tutorial using this Born Pretty Store plate BP-L011. I'm actually doing a collaboration with 2 other of my nail friends, and we decided on a sort of like outdoorsy camping theme. So what I'm going to basically wind up doing is I'm going to do a gradient using Zoya Sailor, Zoya Ling, and Salon Perfect Baby Blues. And I'm going to top coat that with INM Northern Lights Holographic top coat. And I'm going to be stamping a mixture of these images here. Some grass, some trees, the deer probably. You're going to want to get a cosmetic sponge. This one is one that I've already cut to approximately the size of my nail. I'm also going to be using some liquid latex, so go ahead and grab your liquid latex or other barrier that you need, tape or whatever to protect your nails. I'm going to be doing my gradient over white. I'm going to be trying out this GGal white pointer for that today, and I'm also going to be using my Creative Shop stamper and scraper for this, and I think that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and go lay down my white base and put on my liquid latex, and I'll be back to start with the gradient. Okay guys, now that I have my liquid latex applied and it's mostly dry, I'm going to go ahead and take my latex-free cosmetic sponge. And one thing about these is that they can sometimes have a little bit of lint on them, so you're just going to want to take some tape and tack it off or roll it with a lint roller, which I have already done, so I'm lint free here. One of the other things I forgot to mention was you're also going to want a black stamping polish. This is Polish's Cayuga. So that's what you're going to use to stamp the silhouette with. Now we're going to take our polishes that we're using for our gradient. Again, we're using Zoya Sailor, Zoya Ling, and Salon Perfect Baby Blues. We're going to take those and we're going to go ahead and open them all up. And this is really important that you use a barrier around your nails for this, because these are blues and these are going to really stain your cuticle area, so you want to make sure that you protect that. So we're going to start with our lightest color first because we want that to be down towards the cuticle, okay? So just start applying onto your sponge, and you're going to want to go with the next darkest color and overlap them just a little bit. And finally, your darkest color. Okay? So you can see how it looks on the sponge. You want to let most of it absorb into the sponge because you don't want to glob it onto your nail. Okay? And you start by tapping side to side. And the more you move your sponge around, the more your colors are going to blend. But you don't want to let your sponge dry out, because if you keep tapping over and over and you don't have enough polish on your sponge, what's going to happen is you're going to start pulling up the polish. Okay, so that is one coat using the sponge. So now we're going to go ahead and work one nail at a time, and we'll go back and do a second coat on that nail in just a minute. Now that you went one finger at a time, you can go straight back to your pinky without any wait time, because your pinky is already mostly dry. Okay, and we can start with our second coat. You don't have to wait a lot of time between these. As long as your sponge stays pretty damp, you don't have to worry too much about pulling up the polish underneath. Okay, So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next nail, or to the first nail again. Okay, and it looks like this is really only gonna take 2 coats, okay? So that being said, we wanna go ahead and pull the liquid latex off of that finger, because if you let the polish dry on top of the liquid latex, when you pull the latex off, the latex will pull out from underneath the dry polish and leave it behind and break it so that it's not gonna stick to your nail, okay? And just pull it off slowly and carefully. And you see I didn't go quite far enough with my latex. There is a little bit of on my finger, but it's not too bad. And it's not on my cuticles, so it shouldn't stain, okay? So the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is take our Northern Lights top coat, okay? Because this is a quick dry top coat, but it also is gonna add some sparkle since we've got like a night sky background going on. And we're gonna go ahead and top coat this, which is going to add the sparkle and also blend the colors even more, okay? So pinky is done. Now we're gonna move on to the ring finger and go ahead and finish our second coat of our gradient. You could use any scattered holographic top coat for this, or you could use like fairy dust, okay? I'm actually gonna go in and do a second coat of Northern Lights because I want just a little bit more sparkle. And it's kind of sparse, so, you know, if you don't feel like you have enough on the first coat, you can definitely go back in for a second coat. Get the sparkle really going. I'm gonna wait on my index finger because it's still wet. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go off camera and get all of this little bits that I'm, you know, missed around my nail here and do a little bit of cleanup and then come back to show you stamping the images. Okay, so I'll be right back. So I did most of the cleanup that I was gonna do. And so now I'm going to take my black stamping polish in Polish's Cayuga, my Creative Shop stamper with a hair on it, and my What's Up Nails Creative Shop scraper, okay? And we are going to start with, let's start with these deer and the grass, okay? I'm actually gonna try to just get this grass part first. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on my pinky. All right, so scrape that down. Pick that up on the scraper. Okay, you can't see it super well, but it's just really meant to be like a background thing. I'm gonna do the same thing on my other fingers too. So it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just part of the background, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is gonna go ahead and get these deer right here. I'm gonna get this deer on one and the other like on the middle fingers here, okay? So I'm gonna start with getting this guy. I'm gonna turn the plate this way so I don't get any of the grass, Okay, so just put your stamping polish there. Okay, get that guy picked up. And we want to center him on the nail. Okay, see, we've got him there. Just his silhouette. And it's kind of overlapping the grass. That's okay, that's what we wanted. And this time we're going to get the female deer. Okay. Go ahead and stripe. Okay, we've got her. We're going to put her on the middle nail. Okay, oops, we got a little tree up there. That's okay, we can just scrape that off. And the last thing I'm going to do is put some trees on these outside nails, okay? So we're going to go for these right here. Okay, got some trees there. Do the same thing on the pinky. Okay. And I want to center this one to where I get most of the small tree on it. Okay, and that is it. So I'm going to go off camera and get that little bit off of here because that was not supposed to transfer. I'm going to go ahead and touch that up, and then I'll be back to top coat. So this is the finished mani. I do need some cuticle oil, obviously, because my hands are a little dried out. But you can see after I added the top coat, you can really see the details of the grass a little bit better, and the antlers and the legs and all that kind of stuff. So that is pretty much it for this, like, outdoorsy, camping, night sky kind of mani. I really hope that you enjoyed this and that the tutorial was helpful. And if you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!